Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Essentials.tf. Another game, another interview. This time, I've got a new gamer. Gamer, introduce yourself.
Okay, so I'm Collaide. I play Pocket in High, and I've done that for a couple of seasons. And I'm also a map maker, sort of. I made Prolands, which is to some people quite controversial, but yeah, yeah, but I don't know what to say.
Solid job, solid job. So you're a map maker. You're the one that the big mastermind behind Prolands, the I guess the prod version of the popular map Badlands. So, and it's the main reason I got you here on the SETI Collide. I want to pick the brain of a map maker. I want to know what makes you tick. And first off, I gotta know, how did you get even started in map making?
Well, I got started in map making for CSS actually, when I was like 12 years old, but I haven't been doing it actively since. Yeah, I was really into the custom maps back then in CSS, and I wanted to create my own, so I created like a version of a pool party map, I think. But yeah, and then like 5 years later, I was in the middle of playing TF2, and I was like, why don't I create maps for this game too? It can't be too hard. But turns out it's actually a lot harder than I thought.
Would you say it's like harder than the average game, or
To make maps for? No, I don't know, honestly. Obviously, the source engine is the Hammer editor, which is used for the source games, is the only one I'm even remotely familiar with. So I just don't know.
So, you know, now that you've been a map maker for a little bit now, and do you look at maps in like a whole new light? Do you like have a whole new level of appreciation for some of these maps that you play on compared to like the average TF2 player? I'm curious to know what your favorite map is.
Yeah, my favorite map is... I'm not actually sure. I really like Reckoner, simply because it's quite different, but it has its problems. Every map has its problems. And yeah, since I started mapping, I notice a lot of details and things that map makers do in their maps. And I also noticed some things that they don't do, which is also the other side of the coin.
What would you say is like the surprisingly hardest thing about map making? Is there anything that you think the community doesn't quite appreciate is so difficult about the task?
I think community feedback is a really big thing, because you often get like very conflicting opinions. You can talk to two different Prem players, and they will sometimes say the opposite thing about a map. And yeah, I come up with an idea, and then half of the people like it, and half of the people don't like it, and it's yeah, it can be really challenging to make sure that everyone's happy with the product.
Have you got any like general pet peeves when it comes to map making? Is there anything like just dealing with the Hammer editor, or just maybe maybe more of the community aspect of it? Like, what's the most probably difficult? What is just your personal pet peeve about map making?
My pet peeve is since I'm a soldier main, I focus way too much on trying to remove splash bugs. Yeah, and yeah, I noticed, like, especially with these casual mappers that make maps for casual game modes like payload or payload race and stuff, that they don't really think about a lot of these competitive things, like making the stair slopes so you can slide up with them on rocket jumps, and prevent sticky traps, wedge sticky traps, and stuff like that. It's just something I have a problem with, and I find it annoying to deal with it as well.
Have you ever made like a casual map, or has it only ever been like pro maps that you've edited or made or whatever?
Well, I only really made Prolands, and I made it mostly out of community feedback. So I'm not going to take credit as some sort of great map maker. I'm still a beginner and learning, but yeah.
I was just like, I just wanted to know you if you did any casual maps or anything like that. But I think you've answered that for us, haven't you? Knowing that you've pretty much done the Prolands changes, and I mean, it's been really nice of you. Kind of, everyone's been probably crying out for some of these little quality of life changes, and it wasn't until you like stepped up and kind of helped the community out in that sense. So I'm gonna give you, I would say like. Have you got any like new projects or big projects right now in the works? Maybe you want to make that casual map. There must be something going on in the kitchen of Collaide.
Yeah, I've been wanting to make a beta 3 version of Prolands for a while, and I have some ideas for it. For instance, opening up, making it easier to push top left and top right on Badlands Last. But some people seem to be against that, and I'm not entirely sure what to do. And also opening up the metal shutter door on a balcony when you push out, so you can like see trash easier.
It sounds all very interesting. I can't wait to actually see a version out, and who knows, I might see it in the very near future. I know I see like forum posts from you and whatnot on Team Fortress TV and whatnot, but yeah, I think that's all of my questions kind of scratched there. Have you got any closing thoughts before we take it back to some music?
Yeah, I really want to thank Popcorn, because he helped me a lot with learning Hammer editor and about a lot about competitive mapping in general. He was really helpful. He's an American, and he basically had a 3-hour lecture with me. Yeah. So shout out to Popcorn.
All right, thank you. Well, this has been our interview with Collaide, the map maker, the big man behind the Prolands. I guess just little edits in here and there. I've been TurboTabs. This has been our interview segment. Tune in to essentials.tf for some more playoff games coming very soon.